All right, mic check, mic check. I'm just doing a quick mic check. Don't mind the background noise. I'm just moving my microphone. Just give me a second. All right, I just need 1 second. Let me make sure everything is set up the way it's supposed to be set up. I still have this background noise. It's almost like. Hold on. What is that? Oh, that's right. So that's my fault because I have one of those microphones that picks up almost every noise around. So even when air is flowing, right? Even when air is flowing, I have to hear it out. But man, ah, sometimes I'm just like, man, can we just not hear the air? But I digress. Let's go straight into the game. Here we are. All right, I think I'm ready to play. So it's time to play. Man, there's so much that I need to do in this game right now, especially when it comes to setting up. Because I have to set up. Whoa, I just pushed one key. Oh my goodness, Windows 11. Like, you just bump into one key and then it just creates a whole new window. But, anyways, that's besides the point. Yo, Decipher, what's up? How you doing? Man, I'm back at it. I still have to redesign my whole lab so I can make it Coca-Cola friendly, right? Because that's all I want to deliver. And unfortunately, I have so much product from the hard crystal that I have to store it or I have to throw it away. So right now I've caught myself throwing away more than storing. But anyways, that's a story for a whole different day. But yeah, thank you for being here, Decipher. What's up? How you doing? Happy Monday. Oh, I might actually just turn my camera on today, just to be petty. No, I didn't get to the brick yet. Okay. Like when it comes to the brick, we're gonna do the brick later, because your concept of the brick is it's not profitable to me. If you understand what I'm trying to say here, it's not profitable, right? So I'm not that much inclined into breaking stuff. I mean, unless you know something that I don't know. But I will try it today though. I will try it today because but my main objective right now is to reinvent my barn. Make my barn Coca-Cola friendly, right? So it's just catered to producing as much of it as I can so that I can maximize my profit and my initial material is just there on a regular basis. But I'll go ahead and turn my camera on just for you. You've been popping up very early on a regular basis, so I think you deserve to see my face. And for the ones that want to see my face in the future, well, that's their problem. At least I owe you that much. Anyways, here I am in a little corner there. Oh, down there. Oh, people can't even see my mic on the camera. Yeah, that's right, because I'm not turning it that way. But yeah, it doesn't matter. It is what it is. But yeah, I'm just chilling on a Monday. Really? So I give one bring to the dealer in Uptown. Hmm. Yeah, I don't know about all that. I don't know about all that. But I mean, I'll figure it out eventually. But once I get the gears running, right, I can try all that stuff. Because you've been telling me about things that I've never heard about before. And obviously I'm still new to the game. So as I am progressing, and obviously Coca-Cola is a new endeavor of mine, I'll eventually get there. One step at a time. There's no rush, right? Steady. Oh look, I'm about to reach another achievement. My net worth. All right. So let's see. I think I have all the basic stuff out of the way. So thought you knew the richest customers in the game, which pays more. One short I watched gives you a list of customers you need to give to your dealers who are cheap, so you get to take on the rich ones. Yeah, I've seen it. I'm getting some audio feedback. No, yeah, I did. Yes, I did stop. I did stop production on the crystals. I'm working on it still. I just have to move them. I just have to move them. And I'm not doing a good job at it right now. So, wait. I'm thinking about your last statement. Like, so this is what's really going on, okay? I need to focus on one thing at a time, okay? Because if I'm trying to do 1 million things, it's not going to work for me. So right now, my main goal is to remove my crystal operation and increase my powder operation. Yeah, I know. It's doing that bugging thing again, which is fine. That's completely fine. It has to go through the buffering and it will eventually figure itself out. It's been the bane of my existence. I'm not sure what's really going on, but I've never had that problem before. Or maybe I just need to keep playing the game instead of yapping my gums. So let's try that. So I'm gonna do all the money laundering that I need to do, and then we go from there. No, hey, powder operation, man. You hear? One more that powder operation, okay? We're gonna call it what it is. With kid-friendly lingo, so we don't hurt anyone's feelings. Because everybody's feelings get hurt nowadays. Alright, so we're done with that. Money laundering is done. Boom. I was supposed to do something here. Let's see. So I'm supposed to go to my stash place. Yeah, I'm not so worried about setting up sales right now. Right now, my main concern is to get everything moved out. Oh my goodness, it's doing it again. YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. As such, viewers will experience buffering. I never had that issue before. This only happened when I started moving my computer. When I was trying to rearrange my setup, right, so I can sit on the couch and actually play video games. From that time forward, I've been running into this specific issue. So I have to pinpoint what the issue is. Like, where does it stem from? Is it my computer? Is it my capture card? Or is it just my power cables? It's gotta be one. It's gotta be one. Something has to give. Yeah, because I feel like this new Windows update is. So, hear me out. Hear me out, okay? This is my complete diagnosis of what is actually going on with this new Windows update. Because of the discrepancy of the way the update is going, I feel like the graphics card settings with OBS Studio are not meshing. So there's a little discrepancy between what you're projecting and what you're streaming and what you're receiving. So there's just like a little, yeah, there's just like a little oof. Basically, that's what it is. But for some reason, obviously I have a supercomputer, so it rectifies itself, right? It it rectifies itself on a regular basis, but having to deal with that is just inconvenient. That's just my take on that. Anyways, back to what I was doing. At least all the crackheads are not calling me right now, so whew. I think I was supposed to bring a vehicle all the way from back there to up here, but let me just go back to the place that I'm trying to redesign. Oh yeah, you see how I parked these vehicles right here? Yeah, that's strategic. We're moving everything. We're moving everything out of here. This place is going to be just a Coca-Cola factory. Oh my goodness, I still have the two vans. Chalked. Of course, I have the NVIDIA app installed. I mean, come on, man. What do you take me for? What? Of course, I have the NVIDIA app installed. What? Anyways. But yes, I do have the NVIDIA app installed. There is no new update as of last night. So yeah, I do have the NVIDIA app installed. And this is why I update my drivers on a regular basis. I may not be knowledgeable as you are when it comes to games, but damn, at least give me some credit. At least I'll update my NVIDIA card when it comes to it. That's crazy work. Imagine having a whole NVIDIA card and you don't have the NVIDIA app to update your drivers on a regular basis. When I used to play first-person shooters, every time I'm playing the game and I just run through like a little lag or anything of that nature, The first thing I do is just close the game and go straight to the Nvidia app. I'm just like, ah, there's a discrepancy. I need to go check it out. And usually when I check it out, there's always a new update. And that fixes everything. And I'm getting lovely text messages from my girlfriend, obviously. Today is the Chinese New Year. Well, today or midnight today. But, anyways, it's the Chinese New Year, right? It's starting around this time. And, yeah, I'm getting a lot of love. And, sure. Yeah, God bless Asian women. We love them all. We love them all. Alright, so we gotta clean this place up. At least I have a lot of cocoa leaves, so that means I'm gonna make a lot of money soon. Alright, let me lock in real quick. Okay, so I'm reading your comments real quick. 1 second. So the mention is much more convenient for production. You get 3 loading docks, so you can assign handlers to get items from loading docks to stock. Okay, that's one. Alright. I also use the dock as my base to make deals whenever I'm wanted. I head straight to the docks because the popo can't get can't get into the gate. Okay. Does a girl also text you for deals? That's classified information. I don't know what you're talking about. What the fuck? That's funny though. Nah, she be chilling. She ain't about that life. But when I first started playing this game, she was like, "Oh my god, what kind of ratchet game are you playing?" Yeah, first reaction, initial reaction. But I told her, "Hey, sorry, I need to practice my math. Not meth, my math." So I need to break down these stations. Oh my goodness. I bought 3 lockers. Where did I put them? I know I bought some lockers. Alright, you know what? Because I have so many cocoa leaves and I have no space to carry them, right? Because all my cars are doing something completely different. Bro, this is crazy. I'm jeopardizing my whole operation just for me to be able to reinvent this whole place. It's ridiculous. I don't even have space to carry anything. Yeah, math is just a slang for math at this point, honestly. Yeah, I can do math, but I can do better math. And when I can do math, I'm like, the the little chemical stations right here, they can go. Like, I don't need them that bad. I don't need the chemical stations that bad, so they gotta go. So I'm gonna double the production, which means I'm gonna stack whatever is over here. I'm gonna stack it over here, and I'm gonna stack it over here and over here. The trash cans, I don't need this place to look clean. I will come in with a trash bag and do it myself. I will fire the person that actually handles trash. Why? Because it's useless. You are useless. Did you realize that, Christopher? Getting fired on a Monday is diabolical. Oh, look at that. I just told him I was about to fire him. Now look at him. He's about to look busy. What are you picking up? What are you picking up? Let me watch Christopher for a little bit. Let me see what he's actually doing. Because if he's supposed to be grabbing trash, he's not doing a good job at it. Why is there trash over here? Because it doesn't cover the area? I bought you a whole 6 trash cans, bro. Oh, I missed out on all my sales for the day. Yeah, the AI heard me, man. That's crazy. You know what? I'm just gonna waste this day because I'm already rich. I don't really have to worry about anything. That's the fun part about this game. When you get that bread, you get that bread. Like, but I need to understand what I'm paying for. So if he's not picking up the trash at the front door, it's justified for me to actually break everything. Now, instead of dismissing my chemists, I can reassign them to the other side, right? But I'm already paying for them here. All I have to do is just move lockers. But I don't need them on the other side because the only thing I need on this side is just a bunch of botanists. Botanists, right? The botanist grabs the soil, grabs the fertilizer, grabs the seed, puts it in. Yeah, Kim Delaney, kick rocks. Nobody's selling to you today. Like, we're trying to figure things out. Jeez. Just just stay off the just stay off the rogs, the D rogs for one day. Just one day. I think you can do it. I think you can do it. Oh, have some control. Just a little bit of it. That's all I ask. I'll give you a discount. Anyways, I have to watch the employees to see what kind of processes I have in place. Yeah, I need chemists to cook the leaves, but I can show you the other side. By the docks, I have 3 chemists. I think I have 3. Yeah, I think I have 3 chemists on that side. But I want production to be here so I can produce as much as I can. And I don't mind being the transportation guy, of course. I'll transport the leaves. All I have to do is just put it in that one locker, and then the handlers put it on the specific places, and then the chemists handle the rest. But I need to handle production first before I go to processing. That's just my business mind. But you don't like math, so pause. You don't like math, but yeah, you don't like math. Mm, I'm just trying to see what's really going on here. What do I need to cut down? Who do I need to transfer and things like that? I didn't say anything about the dark side, but you know, of course, I love. I have no problem with the dark side. I don't have any problem with the dark side. Okay. So the botanists are the ones that are handling everything as far as drying and growing. Bet. Well, these 2 stations need to go. I have too many employees and not enough jobs. Does smoking make you a vegan? Wow. To be politically correct, I wish I give a fuck. I actually don't know. But I mean, if you're dealing with vegetables, you're vegan. I love to eat a steak. I eat I eat a steak every other day, and I'm not talking about dick. If you want to be politically correct, I like meat, so I'm not gonna be sitting over here and be like, oh, I want to eat mushrooms and pretend it tastes like it tastes like some some meat chops or whatever cut. Okay, I have a lot of coca leaves. I should probably take all this to processing, but because I'm trying to do all this stuff over here right now, right? Oh my goodness. Do you see what's happening here? I'm overwhelmed. Oh my goodness. Do you have any suggestions? Alright, so I gotta do that intelligence thing. Right, the intelligence thing. Yeah, today's the Chinese New Year. Today's the Chinese New Year, and a lot of people are sending me love. I love it. I love my Asian community as much as people are just like, oh, you're black, you should. Yeah, no, I love my Asian community too. Like, yeah. Anyways, whew, I don't want to get too deep into it, but damn. Every time it reaches Chinese New Year, I'll have so much food that I cannot even eat, and I have to deal with it. But oh well, it's okay. I'll let it keep coming. But happy Chinese New Year. The lunar calendar starts tonight, 12 p.m. Well, 12 a.m. But yeah, nothing but love. Nothing but love. Nothing but love. You're part Southeast Asian? So if you're saying Southeast, are you from the Philippines? Where are you from? Malaysia? I don't know. Okay, I don't get the joke, but yeah, for Chinese leftovers, I just use them as toppings for pizza. I don't know what you're referring to. Sorry, I'm an old head. Some jokes just go right over my head, just like. Oh, okay. Yeah, see? That's more direct. That's what I'm asking for. Thank you, Decipher. That makes more sense. Yeah, I've traveled one too many places, but I've never been to Asia. Just yet. I've never been to Asia, but the Asians found their way to me. Filipinos, I don't know how much you're embracing your Filipino heritage. So if okay, so your father is Filipino, so I'm not here to assume that he doesn't understand the cuisine from the Philippines, but adobo, obviously, man, I love adobo. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Filipino food has got its own thing. It's just you can't preserve it because when they use that fish oil, by the next day you're looking at that food, you're just like, oh my god. Ooh. The smell is a bit strong, but Filipino food is really good. And obviously, we know what the British have to offer: fish and chips, and Gordon Ramsay's Wellington. Well, yeah, UK and Filipino was a good mix. But being a mixed kid, I can only imagine how you grew up. You know what? I actually need to have a podcast and speak to kids that are mixed, like that have. I mean, I know it sounds. It has nothing to do with the game right now, right? But it's just what I'm thinking right now. I'm just like, I want to speak to biracial children and be like, "Huh, when you grew up and let's say you were from, if, like you said, right, Filipino father and British mother, like, what was it like? How did people treat you from the country that you were being raised in? That's all. I'm just curious. I'm actually very curious about that. It's a subject that I'm very curious about. Hmm. Obviously, you can see me, right? I'm fully black. I'm 99% African. 99% African. But I travel so much that, yeah, a lot of things don't apply to me. I've been to many countries. My passports have stamps in them, but I've just decided to be a hermit. Shit. I could buy a plane ticket and go travel somewhere right now, but do I want to do that? No. I think I'm I think I'm okay. I think I'm okay. I just want to play this Minecraft looking game within the comforts of my home on an expensive PC. Oh, by the way, that PC can buy me a plane ticket back and forth, one too many times. So yeah, there goes that. But why am I traveling? I need purpose to do the things that I want to do. I don't know. Ugh, I keep losing my train of thought. No joke. I'm reading your comment, okay? So I'm reading your comment. No joke though. I bought an oven just to make my own pizza. So I just cook up a plain cheese pizza, then use leftovers as toppings. So no food waste. Filipinos are natural born practical. I get it. Trust me. in my lifetime, I've seen some very interesting types of pizza making devices. Yeah, I've seen some very interesting pizza making devices. I had a friend who yeah, yeah, I still have him as a friend, but obviously we don't link up like that because that was a few years ago. But anyways, he had a whole oven at this place, and whenever we pull up, whenever we cook the pizza, we'll cook the pizza not in that conventional oven that you always find inside a house, but he had a whole thing, a whole setup, a, a whole oven outside, and we used to cook the pizza inside there. And while we're sitting outside, we're just having a good time, right? And wow, all I have to say is that the pizza tastes better when it's made outside of that conventional oven that's always sitting inside your house. It's actually a better experience. Okay, what do you mean by that? Because you're saying, I swear, every foreigner that travels to first world countries feels like a philanthropist. Did you mean third world country? What are we talking about? I swear, every foreigner that travels to a first world country, I swear, every foreigner that travels to first world countries feels like a philanthropist. I don't think I understand that statement. And okay, so for the sake of my communication skills, can you can you keep the sarcasm to a minimum right now? Because if you were trying to say third world country, sure, I get it. But when you say first world country, yeah, just explain that to me. Oh, third world country you meant. Well, I don't know what you meant. Sorry. I'm not in your mind. So, please just make sure you make sense when you say something to me because whatever you say is what I go by. I don't have time to filter and try to go through your mind like, "Oh my goodness, like I'm dealing with so many people on a regular basis. I can't be playing mind games with you on the internet." But oh, anyways, you just lost me right there. So, I'm just going to do what I need to do here. You always feel hazy. For some reason, I always feel like you feel hazy. What is it with you? Are you okay? But anyways, that's besides the point. You always feel hazy. Not sure what's going on with you, but I hope you get better. Alright, so I have a bunch of trash cans. Designed and done. I need 8 more pots. Straight. I was about to push Control Z just to cancel what I just did. This is how Windows involved I am. But Windows, you just fumbled the bag. Yeah, Control Z does not work in this game. Oh my goodness. Well, well, at least there's no trash on this side, so I can put another row over here. Okay, I'm reading your comment. So, alright, for context, every time I see a foreigner in the Philippines, whenever I visit, whenever you visit, okay, I guess you have stamps in your passport. I'll, I'll take your word for it, right? Crowd starts approaching them like they're celebrities. The thing that makes them feel like philanthropists is they hand out cash to people, which is crazy. Okay? Handing out cash to people is not you being a philanthropist. I mean, maybe you have a different definition when it comes to being a philanthropist. Because a philanthropist is someone that actually makes a significant contribution to improving. Yeah, you know what? I need to look up the definition of philanthropist. But philanthropist is not just giving a few bucks to the guy around the gas station or something like that. A philanthropist is someone that makes a significant contribution towards improving a certain establishment's life or something. But I have to look up the definition. But obviously, we are so off topic right now. But yeah, that part. Yeah. No. No. I mean, obviously, if you travel and you go to another country, your dollar is going to look better. So a lot of people will always look at it and be like, "Oh wow, your dollars look good. We want it." Sure. Why do you want it? And it goes right back to what I was always talking about. People always want what is accessible and what is just easy. And if I'm wrong, let me be wrong. But I don't think I'm wrong though. Everybody wants the easy way, right? So let me ask you this question, right? Like, you see a guy like me, right? I've just been sitting here and I'm just playing random games. I'm just chilling. I have a YouTube channel that I really don't give a fuck about. And I'm just sitting here. I'm just streaming on a regular basis. So, a guy like me, right? If I go to the Philippines, and obviously it just spells I can throw cash. Are you telling me that just because I can travel to the Philippines and get anyone off the streets, I'm a philanthropist? I want to understand your definition of philanthropist before we actually engage into that conversation, because I think there's a discrepancy here. There's something that we're not understanding. Yeah, we need to define philanthropist. Opportunists are not philanthropists. We need to make that distinct differentiation. Alright, let me read your messages real quick before I put my pots down. Sorry for the sniffling. It's almost spring season. I think that's what it is. Okay, I guess. Macro being the multitude, the community, and then micro being an individual. I can rock with that. That's a solid rebuttal. Absolutely. I can take that. Yeah, just choose your words carefully. Because if something doesn't make sense to me, I will obviously challenge it. I will have to ask questions. Nice. One locker. I think I can put a second one here. Alright, that can help it with my moving process. It's not a locker, it's a storage room. Okay, so it's just a matter of how large the impact is. Now, remember how large you want that impact to be before you mention philanthropy, because we can't just be using words without actually understanding what they mean. You can't just say something is a philanthropical endeavor if the person is not being philanthropical. But anyways, right, I'm reading your latest statement. You say you welcome questions any time of the week. I love logic but not math, which makes me a hypocrite because math is all about logic. Are you contradicting yourself? I mean, hey, I've already told you where I stand. I'm all about numbers. You're lethargic. I mean, you told me what you're about. You told me you're lethargic. You don't want to do that, all those extra steps, and then you're talking about philanthropy. Philanthropy means you're not lazy. You're not lethargic. You're actually stepping out of your comfort zone and doing things not only for yourself but for others. So when when a lethargic person tells me about their philanthropic tendencies, there's a discrepancy. And I'm just like, hmm, what do you really mean by that? So don't just fluff me with words. Makes sense. But, anyways, I don't mind entertaining you in the meantime. But, sure, it's just that. It's just that, bro. You told me you're lethargic. You don't even want to do basic math, so you're trying to talk to me about philanthropy. You can't even do basic math. One bag of rice matters, especially when you're sending it to the right people. So, okay, that's fine. If you're not a philanthropist, that's fine. At least you acknowledge that. Yeah. Don't try to speak on subjects that you're not too familiar with. If you have questions, we can discuss them. But don't try to be something that you are not. Unfortunately, with people like me, you will be debunked more often than not. because I love numbers and I keep data on hand. Unfortunately, it's probably a bad tendency of mine. I don't know what's wrong with me. Well, I say I don't know what's wrong with me when I say that, right? Because a lot of people they're always like, "Oh, I forgot that. I forgot that." No, I did not forget that. I actually remember most details. But anyways, that's a story for another day. But yeah, let's switch the subject. Let's switch from philanthropy to something else. What are we doing? So, what do you like to do? What are your hobbies? Do you play any sports? Let's talk about sports, right? Sport. Well, I say let's talk about sports, but I don't really follow sports like that. Um, let's talk about what you enjoy doing. That's actually where we need to go. And I'm gonna take a quick piss break on that. Okay. Am I partying tonight? No. I just want to be an old man. I just want to chill. I just want to relax. I think I have flower pots around here. Oh, I missed a few of your comments. The human brain always contradicts itself, so it's all good. I don't mind the criticism. I guess that explains why simulation games are my guilty pleasure because it fills in the gap that I like. And, well, people play video games for different reasons. The reason why people play video games is just completely up to them. I can't justify that reason for them. As long as you know why you play them, congratulations. Keep on thriving. I love numbers, and I'll tell you why I like simulation games, and I'm gonna try to keep it as brief as I can. The reason why I like simulation games is the reason is that I can apply all the basic skills that I've acquired in real life and I can simulate them. And then I can see how fast I can actually apply those skills within a simulation scenario. So, a simulation is supposed to bring you closer to reality more often than not. So, if it brings me closer to reality more often than not, with this game, the thing that attracts me the most to this game is maximizing profit. Where I'm like, well, if it takes me this long to create a product, how fast can I actually overturn that product and maximize my profit on that product? So for me, it's all about seeing the numbers at the bottom of my screen, bottom right, go up faster than anything else. That's that's the bottom line basically. I'm looking at the balance sheet. I just want things to go up on a regular basis. And then when there's a bottleneck, something that does not make sense, when the and you know what? I'm not trying to give you a whole degree course over here. But yeah. That's just why I played this simulation game because hmm, yeah. That's why I play this simulation game because of my business mindset, and that's all it really comes down to. Okay. Decipher says I'm self-aware of my flaws, so it's all good. We all play how we want, so I can't judge anyone for that. Yeah, I mean it's true. We can't judge anyone for that. Well, the ones that care about the judgments are the ones that actually care. Why would I care about how somebody feels about me? They don't pay my bills. If somebody is not paying your bills, somebody is not taking care of you, somebody is not cooking for you, somebody is not doing all the things that you need, your basic necessities, right? Which is clothing, shelter, and food. If somebody is not actually helping you do these things, why do you care so much about their opinion? That's just my take on that. it's okay. Sometimes we just have to deep dive just a little bit. We're not going that deep. Trust me, we're not even going that deep. I'm actually thinking about switching. I might actually have to go on TikTok real quick just to stream on that side because I can actually play this and I don't know. Maybe the main problem will be the layout because I want people to actually discuss things. And while they're discussing things and I'm just sitting there listening, I'm playing a video game. And that's all. I mean, you, you told me that you're a critical thinker, right? You ask, like, you welcome questions, you love logic, but not math. So, if you love these things, I mean, I don't know. I'm not exactly sure where you stand, but I love critical thinking. I love to think. I like to tickle my brain. Dead ass. Alright. Oh, so I need 8 more racks to double production. Not easy, I can buy that. Anyways. So yeah, see, I don't use TikTok for content creation, but I consume the content from there. Obviously. I mean, it's interesting. It's interesting how TikTok operates. But I spend most of my time on YouTube. And Twitch is crying right now because I tried to sign back in just to have a short stream on Twitch yesterday. They were giving me too much BS, so I just told them, well, my third finger is very tall. You can take that one. I left it at that. But anyways, they don't need me just as much as I don't need them, so life goes on. Alright, let's see what I'm trying to do over here. Ooh. Man, I already feel sleepy. What time is it? Alright, so we have soil, 8 per botanist, so I need another botanist to handle the other 8. Now, is it a botanist that handles this? So if a botanist is the one that handles this, then I can get rid of my 2 chemists and hire 2 more botanists. But then if I take my chemists, I can transfer 1 and dismiss the other 2. And then swap them for botanists. Now, do I need to transfer or dismiss? That is the question. Sure. Yeah. I think the best platform to do that is TikTok. YouTube is probably like right now yeah, so right now I'm adopting TikTok behavior because while the background is just doing this, we can speak about a specific topic, but obviously we can see what's going on here. We're not doing too hot. So here, let me try that. So I'm gonna end the live. It's 12 o'clock, almost 12:30 here, right? I'm gonna eat. And then I'll play around with TikTok a little bit. I'll try to set something up. And then once I do, well, you wouldn't know because you're on YouTube. So decipher, I don't have any DMs with you or anything like that. But what's my TikTok again? I think it's Mo Moves. Yeah, try to look me up. If you see the logo, that's me. Okay, and then just come through. and then we'll just do what we do best. All right, but I'm gonna end the live right now because I'm gonna go eat. Because right now I've just been scrolling left and right. I have not been doing anything productive. I've just been yapping. So I don't mind doing that yapping on a different platform. A platform that is more conducive to the yapping. Alright? But I'll catch you on the next one. End of stream. Alright. Well, if you don't use TikTok, I get it. Hey, it is what it is. But next time I come back to YouTube, I'll catch you there. But I need to try new things. So I'll catch you on I'll catch you on the next one. I'll catch you on the next one.